Fire YouTube video where today we'll be playing some Deadzone again as usual, and I'll be playing with my good friend Simon Coldrick. Hello Simon.
Hello mate.
First time on the channel for Simon. We've played each other a few times at various tournaments, haven't we?
We have actually twice, and we're 1-1.
1 for 1, yeah, so this could be the decider. So we are going to play 150 points of Patrol. We're going to use secret missions for once. We're actually going to use the cards that are produced by Anima, I've heard if I've said that right, which is one of the Spanish distributors for Mantic. And so we'll be using those, so we'll probably have a little look at the camera in a second to what they are. But more important than that, I'm playing in Board in Brum, which is Simon's new venture, which is a gaming store in Walsall and Birmingham. But I think it's probably better if Simon explains what he's doing and why.
Yeah, and welcome, because we're on day 5, so we opened on Monday and we're still sorting things out.
That's a big new venture, isn't it?
Yeah. But going well. So we are specialising in tabletop and board games. We're not doing anything that other people aren't doing. However, we've got a large selection of Games Workshop, Bolt Action. You can see the stuff behind us. Yeah,
so you've got some Star Wars Legion, lots of board games, Fancy Flight things.
This is the Star Wars
Mantic
section
as well behind me, just over this side, zombie side of things. It's
yeah.
A good mix, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's quite eclectic. We've got 24 gaming tables. We've got 4 in the main shop and then 8 in the tournament room. We will be running tournaments, including Deadzone tournaments. So all the details will be on our Facebook page, Board in Brum. So there you go. Thank you.
And it's actually dead easy to find. So if you're in the UK, you're off of Junction 10, about 10 minutes from Junction 10 of the M6, which is really easy. Yeah. Actually, it's just down the road from me, so yes. I might even manage to get here for some tournaments. So great, fantastic. So let's have a little look at the factions that we're bringing today. So this is the 150 points of Enforcers I'm bringing. I've got an Enforcer Captain, I've got 2 Assault Enforcers. I've got another Assault Enforcer who has a Defender Shield and a Combat Shotgun. I've got a normal Enforcer who, as an item, will be carrying a Sentry Gun. I've got an Engineer who will be carrying a Sentry Gun, and I have an Enforcer Specialist with a Burst Laser. And that's 150 points. I just want to point out that these models are not mine, these are Simon's models, so they're lovely. Yellow, not really my colour, but he seems to like it. So, okay. But I think he's done them very, very nicely.
Okay, so we've got, this is the list that I've played you with twice before. I haven't really changed anything. Reb General, represented by a Sphere character, but just normal Reb General. And we've then got 4 Reb Troopers, bog standard 7 points. And then the Filth, the 2 snipers, 1 with extra ammo.
Terrible Filth,
and
terrible Filth.
And the 2 Teratons. So this is a fairly standard kind of tournament Reb.
Classic, smashy Rebs.
Yeah, it's about all you can do with Rebs, but yeah.
So I won Recon, we are playing Patrol. We both have secret missions, as I said. I chose this side mainly because it denies the height of the table to Simon, because he's got those 2 snipers in there. I'll be worried about them because they are some of the best models really in the Reb list. I also got to move 2 models forwards, which you can see I've moved this Enforcer forwards, and I've moved a normal, an Enforcer forwards there, and then the Enforcer Specialist with the Engineer. Sorry. And the reason I put both of them forwards is because they've both got the sentry guns, so I want to deploy them early so that I can rain some fire down hopefully onto the Rebs over here. So you can see we've got 1 Teraton there, another Teraton here, and everybody else sort of bunched up in the middle there. We've got the 1, the 2, the 1, and the the 2 and the other 1 objective over there. And this is the table. You can see it's very nice. This is Simon's terrain, which is very nice. A bit of scatter thrown down, a few bits of Mars Attack scatter on there actually, rather than just the usual Deadzone stuff. So for command dice for round 1, this is what we got. So Simon got a couple of shoots, extra dice, move, and his splat, which obviously will drop down items if he wants them. And I got extra dice, a shoot, a splat, which is to help me reroll survives, which I was keen to keep because obviously I'm worried about those snipers. Okay, so let's get on with the action for round 1. So first action, going to use this Engineer. He's going to spend a special action, a short action, to deploy his sentry gun, and then he's going to take a shot down onto this first sniper with the ammo. So I'll get 1 extra dice for height, and I'm actually throwing 2 command dice into this, so I will be rolling 6 dice, but I am only hitting on 5s, unfortunately, because the enforcer engineer is not as good at shooting as the normal enforcers. But they do survive on 6s, so I'm hopeful that if I get a reasonable roll, I'll have a go at this. So, are you adding any dice or anything to this, Simon?
Yes.
So you're going to add an extra dice, are you? So he'll be surviving on 4 dice on 6s, and I'll be 6 dice on 5s. Not the best, so just 2 hits in there. Oh, 1 at the minute. Ah, so wounded. Not the best result, but not bad, not bad. We'll take that. It's nice to get rid of these snipers if possible. I played an extra activation to activate the the normal enforcer here, who's going to drop his sentry gun, and then he's going to try a shot on the same Reb sniper, just with 4 dice this time, but on 4s, and it'll be 3 dice for survives for Simon because he's used all these extra dice anyway. So here's the hit, 3 at the minute with an 8, 3.
This isn't going to go well.
I hope not. Oh, 1. He needs to get 2 more. No, he's gone. So we got rid of one of the snipers.
So that's your first victory point.
More than 1. And what do we do now? Do you know what? We're going to do a shoot dice. And with that shoot dice, we are going to target onto his leader. Because if I can take his command dice out, that would be useful. So 4 dice again, hitting on 4s. 3. Oh!
Oh!
Yeah, that's not good. So there goes the Tactician 2 model down,
that's
obviously.
3 VPs.
And he can shoot on 3 pluses, so he's always painful to lose. Ouch. So Simon's moved his other sniper up onto this building here, and he's going to shoot down onto my assault enforcer who's poking his pistol round the side there. So he's going to get the extra dice for height and 2 extra for the sniper rifle, so it'll be 6 dice on 4s. Ouch! Versus 3 dice on 4s. Yep, so that's all 6. 3 dice on 4s and 1 armour, of course, but 2 at the minute, 3, 1 armour, so that will kill him. I could use my splat. Do you know what? I'm going to use my splat because with his sniper and his leader having got... I didn't miss any, did I? That's not going to help.
I was going to say, use your splat. Use your splat.
Yeah, he's dead.
No, he's dead.
Bye-bye. And Simon just played his... See that? And Simon just played his extra dice to move that sniper right underneath in that building. These extra move dice to hide him, as is the best play to do. I've moved this enforcer with burst laser up here. He's going to shoot down through that gap over there at that Territon in the back to try and pin him. So I will get extra dice for height, so I have 4 dice on 4s, and I will, obviously it'll be suppression, so I'll be pinning the cube as well. So 3 hits, oh way to fire, sorry, so 3 hits. And obviously got tough and armour on the Territon
so
anyway.
On 5s.
He just needs 1 5. Yep, so he doesn't take any damage, but he's pinned, which means he won't be able to teleport this turn. Simon just teleported this Territon down here, hiding in cover, so that's a long action for 3 points. I'm going to activate this sentry gun and try and sort of start peppering out the models that Simon's got, so I'm going to take it down onto just one of these first. Reb troopers, see if we can start eliminating them, take down some of his action advantage by having so many models. So I will be hitting on 4s, rolling 1 extra dice for the height, and they're surviving on something terrible like 5s or 6s, isn't it?
6s.
6s, yeah. So here we go. Here's the 3 hits, but I get weight of fire 1 as well, so there's 3 hits.
Come on, the 6s. Or maybe
yeah,
not.
maybe not.
Which one? Pick a model and take it.
The one at the back. The one at the back there.
This guy here.
Yeah.
Bang.
So Simon's going to shoot one of these troopers at my engineer.
Yeah.
Yep. So 3 dice on 5s. Are you firing for effect to try and pin him, or are you firing to damage him?
I'm going to try and damage him.
Yeah, of course you are. Of course you are. Right, go ahead. Not on that. So
That's not.
I won't bother rolling it.
No.
So I'm going to use this sentry gun to shoot at the Territon that's hiding out in that building down there. I'll get extra dice for height, so it'll be 4s to hit on 4 dice. And he'll be surviving on 5s, I think it is, for Territon.
Yeah.
But with tough and with armour, of course. So I do need to roll well. I have weight of fire 1. That's not going to be very well, unless I get an 8. No, 2. So the armour and the tough alone will save that, so that's nothing more. Okay,
Burst
so
laser.
Reb has moved up there. I'm going to try and take out my burst laser in here. So it's going to be 3 dice.
I'm going to need some luck.
And, oh, that's a bit of luck. So 2 at the minute. 2. And I've got 1 point of armour, of course, so, and I get the survive, so that's fine. You're going to play a shoot dice on that. Yep. So he's going to try again. He wants to take the burst laser out because the burst laser is causing trouble by pinning teratons, of course. 2 again. So he could wound it if I... No, but I managed to get the 1 success I need, so my specialist is okay. It's a summary of some moves. So one of my assault enforcer with a combat shotgun moved up into there. This assault enforcer moved onto the top here just to provide some extra support in case there's any teleporting. That Teraton stood up and just moved forwards, and then this guy has used a splat to put an item down and then walked into it and found some ammo, and he's now going to take a shot at my sentry gun, is it?
No,
at the assault enforcer, is it? Okay, right, so using the ammo, he gets 1 success, so I won't bother rolling because the armour will save that. Use the extra shoot dice. 3. So 3 survives, so the assault enforcer is fine. And that's going to take us to the end of the round. Actually, the only thing I have left to do is activate my leader, who's actually going to stay put just down there, because I am very cautious of this sniper who's hidden inside that building next to the Teraton. I don't really want to give him an opportunity to take my leader out and lose my attack dice. So, at the end of round 1, it is 6 victory points to me and 1 victory point to Simon. Round 2's command dice. I got a lot of moves to shoot, not a brilliant mix, but not too bad. Simon initially rolled 3 splats, which he was disappointed with. He rolled those and ended up getting still 1 more splat, but also an extra dice and a move. I guess he's probably still not 100% happy with those command dice. I think he would have liked at least 1 shoot in there. But the move dice might be useful for his Teratons to get them to do something useful. So Simon, using first activation, is going to move this Reb sniper up here, as I was worried about, and is going to shoot at my enforcer with burst laser. So he's throwing an extra dice at as well. So he's going to get 6 dice, 2 from the sniper rifle and 1 from the extra dice, and hitting on 4s.
Taking an awful risk. Oh my god.
Not so much of a risk if you roll 3 1s in there. Okay, that's all right. I like that.
I'm sure you do.
Now you roll 3 dice, surviving on 4s. Oh, I rolled 1.
He's dead!
No, he's not.
No, no.
Because he's got armour. And you've got no AP on a sniper rifle for a Reb.
I did 3 wounds.
And I've saved 1, and I've got armour.
Damn!
Wounded!
Damn!
My first action would be to use that burst laser. He's wounded now, of course, but he is going to try and pin the Teraton, who is now nicely in the middle there. So I'll get an extra dice for the height. So I'm going to roll... Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to roll 4 dice at that, hitting on 4s. 3 hits, weight of fire actually, so 4 hits. So Teraton surviving on 5, but armour and tough, 3 dice. Oh, 1 8. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, so 2, and then the armour and tough is fine. But he is now pinned, which again is going to limit his ability to do anything much in this game, hopefully. And then I'll win before he gets a chance to do anything. So the second short action, I'm going to move forwards, and I can just see the gun of the sniper through that building there. So we are going to use a shoot dice to try and take her out. So an extra dice for the height again. In fact, you know what? I'm going to throw an extra dice in that as well because she needs to die. Sorry, nothing personal, but she does. 4s, weight of fire. That's 5.
I think she might die.
So 3 dice, 6s. She's got 1, but she's dead. So Simon's going to use this trooper here, and he's going to try and take out my wounded specialist. So 3 dice
the odds
on
aren't
5s. 1 hit, well the armour alone will save him, so we'll won't roll for that one at the moment.
Can I do another shoot action?
No, you can't repeat the same action, so he could do another action.
Into there.
Yeah, see what that item is.
Boom! Oh.
AP ammo. Oh, you should have had that before. So he's got it for next turn though.
Yeah.
Activating this sentry gun, it's going to fire down onto that trooper exposed in the open. Not actually in the open, so I just exposed. So 1 extra dice for height, so 4 dice on 4s. With a weight of fire 1, 4 hits, and surviving on Oh,
Not
good.
bad.
2 successes, but takes him off, unfortunately. So Simon is shooting with this guy at... Which target was it against? Oh, against the burst laser again, sorry. And he has got 2 successes. He's already re-rolled that 8, and I have managed to get 2 successes. So again, with the armour, he's fine. Why won't you die? Won't die. I've moved this enforcer up to the very top of the building here, and he is going to shoot down onto that one. He just picked up the AP ammo, because actually that might be quite useful next round for him. So I'll get 1 extra dice for the height, and hitting it on 4s. Just 2 at the minute, but with a just 2. That's the worst roll I've had all day, I think.
Isn't it?
1 survived, so he's wounded. I can't shoot him again, so that's disappointing, actually. Playing an extra activation dice to activate this sentry gun, who's going to shoot down onto the Teraton in the building there. So I'll get the extra dice for the height. Hitting on 4s, and they've all hit, so the weight of fire doesn't kick in. So trying to save 3 dice on 5s. Oh! So tough and armour takes off 2, but he takes 2 wounds, which is pretty handy. I thought I might get 1 from peppering him, but that's good. Activate my engineer. He's going to shoot at that wounded guy up ahead, so it's just 3 dice. On 5s, unfortunately for the engineer, he's not as good at shooting. Just 2 hits, but surviving on...
Should you hit this chap?
Yeah, 6s, isn't it? 4. He survives it. Loves it.
Woohoo!
And that's him activated. I've got... Simon has moved his Teraton 1 cube and then fired a grenade onto my lovely little guys here, and he has got the success. He only needed 1 to hit the cube, so that cube is now hit by a frag free. So let's see what damage it does. Roll for your frag, 4 pluses for your frag.
Do I do it?
And they did 1 for the whole cube, and then I save against all of them.
Okay. 4s?
4 pluses, yeah. Ah, you should have had the other roll. They're the wrong way around. So just 1. So I'll save individually for each of them. So for the engineer, he will be survived. Do you know? Well, do you know what? The 2 engineer and the assault enforcer don't actually need to test because they're already survived, but they will get bounced around. The sentry gun will need to survive. On when I find the stats, survive on 5s. So it survives, but they do all get bounced around. Now, the sentry gun can't get pinned, but obviously it can move. So, despite none of them being injured, this is what happened. They all got pushed backwards, so they're all lying down. Obviously, the sentry gun is not pinned. It's just about possibly able to fire from where it is, but not brilliantly so. So that's a bit annoying from my point of view, but obviously none of them are damaged. I'm going to stand this guy up for a short action.
So I was just looking at all the toys. I can't say anything.
Yeah, I know the thing.
Moving 1.
And fantasy players, so I've got.
Then move him to there for a move dice.
I'm looking to get into sharp practice.
So I have moved this combat enforcer forwards. He's going to go to there. I found an item with a medkit. I'm going to do something that you don't normally see done. I'm going to destroy that. That is an option when you pick something up because it's no use to me. And actually, that Teraton it might be useful for. So let's get rid of that because it's actually better for Simon than it is for me.
You're evil.
I am evil,
like the devil.
I am then going to shoot with my combat shotgun at the wounded one on the top there. So it's got knockback, but it still does normal damage. So I am an assault enforcer, so unfortunately I'm rolling 3 dice on 5s, but we're going to try. 2 hits. Oh, you never know. Against this normal guy. Oh, yes! Kills him. Kills him. So at the end of round 2 is what the table looks like. Obviously, most of my guys are over here. Simon is feeling a little like he's run out of models, I think. The victory points are 1 to Simon, because he still hasn't got any objectives, and 10 to me. How's it going?
Great.
These are command dice for round 3, so Simon gets a fight or 2 splats, which you can't re-roll. I get a decent mix, which could be useful. So Simon has teleported his wounded Teraton for the first time he's been able to actually do something.
Actually decided to come and say hello.
And he's going to attack my assault enforcer, so he'll get an extra dice for being big, an extra dice for moving in. So we're rolling 5 dice, hitting on 4s. I'm throwing an extra dice into this. Ouch!
Just when I needed some luck.
That. Ouch! I roll an extra dice for being the enemy being wounded, and because I threw a command dice into it.
Load some 8s.
And another 8. Of course, there's another 8.
Just 7.
Oh, just 7. Right. Okay. Well, you know, I've got 5 dice and a frenzy one. Let's. If I get some H, it may not be all bad. And I've got defender shield, so I've got an extra point of armor. Oh, this might be okay.
You've got defender shield and armor.
There's the extra one. There is. I can't damage you. So yeah, 6 for me, 7 for you, wasn't it? So yeah, the 2 points of armor I've got. You've got. Have you got any AP? Have you got AP1?
AP1.
AP1, but the extra point of armor for the defender shield keeps him alive. Yes! Oh, right, that's less good. That's less good.
Let's do it again.
Right. However, you drop 1 dice. I get 4 dice, and you get on 4 dice.
Oh.
That's much better.
No point.
So just the 1 for you. Well, there is, because I can damage you. Only 1 success. Nah, that was my chance. But yeah, 0's out. Nothing happening there. I've moved this assault enforcer to there with a move dice from where he was, and then he's going to clear shot that last Reb trooper. So that will give me 5 dice hitting on 5s. That's a good roll. That's a good roll. So there's the 8. 4 successes. Obviously, he needs to survive against those. Oh!
2? There's 2 of them.
No.
2, but he's dead. So that takes another victory point. Death or glory. He's going to fight. The Assault Enforcer versus Teraton. So I get 1 extra dice for you being wounded, and you get 1 extra dice for being bigger than me. Bring it! Frenzy 1. Ah, just a 2. Not going to be enough. 2. That wounds me. Oh, no, it doesn't. Sorry, we 0 out, don't we? Yeah, we 0 out.
Dice.
Teraton moves up. Larger, moving in. So 5 dice. And I will fight back, obviously, just on 3 dice. Oh, there's another good roll. There's an 8 there. I get 3. Oh, 3. Frenzy doesn't kick in, so 3 of those. I've got armor 1, but you've got AP, so I'm wounded. I'm wounded, but not dead. You do have a fight dice, though. So Simon's just chosen not to use his fight dice to finish that enforcer off because he wants to make it more difficult for me to shoot him. So I've moved this enforcer up here, and he's going to shoot down onto the Teraton. Now, obviously, I chose not to move out the cube, so that is a disadvantage now. I'm using a shoot dice to shoot down. But I'll still get 1 extra dice for the height, so I'll be hitting 4 dice on 4s with a reroll. Obviously, suppressing the whole cube, that includes my own man. Well, the 1 reroll. So there's not going to do any damage, but the cube is still suppressed. Should have moved that guy out because now I can't do much else. I'm going to move this leader up here. He's going to shoot down. It'll only be 2 dice because there's one of my own guys in the cube. Yeah, nothing. I'm going to do the same with an assault enforcer. He gets nothing as well. That's this one up here. So it's going to be the end of the round, I think. Oh, I've got my little gun here, so he is also going to try the same. I do get weight of fire on this one, but 1 is not enough. That was a mistake, I think. Round 3, it is still 1 victory point to Simon, and it is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 to me, so 11 plays 1. So round 4, look, Simon is really pleased to get that as a set of dice again. Mixed bag for me, that's with rerolls obviously for the fight dice. So, Simon gets to go first.
So for a close combat.
So, Teraton against my Assault Enforcer. Big and wounded, so that's 4 successes.
Yeah.
That frees the only one that misses, isn't it? The others will hit. And I'm fighting back. Oh, just 1, but with Frenzy, none in fact at the moment. Frenzy 1, none, he is dead. Wah, wah, wah. 1 whole victory point there for Simon. Living the dream. Fight dice to use on my Assault Enforcer here. So I've got 4 dice and Simon has 4 dice. So here's mine. 3 successes, 4 successes. That was with the frenzy. Oh, 3 at the minute. Alright, so unfortunately, it's tough though, and the armour keeps him alive. I am then going to move out to here. There's a short action. Obviously I have to survive against this. I'm still rolling 4 surviving and rolling 4 to hit. 2 hits at the minute, 1 and 8, so 3 hits. And survives 2 with an 8, 3, and the armour anyway would keep me alive. So I've moved out and now I will clear shot down onto him from above. So that will give me 1 extra dice for the height and 2 extra for the clear shot. And we will throw an extra dice into that for fun. So, too many dice falling out of my hand, so it's 7 dice, hitting on 5s, unfortunately, which is the downside. But there's 2 8s in there and a bunch of 5s, this could be it! 3, 6, 7.
Are you embarrassed?
Why?
You're
At my dice. Everyone does comment on my dice, actually, has to be said. So, trying to survive, 1. Armour and tough, he is dead. Finally gone. 3 victory points, is it, for a Teraton yet?
I think
Excellent.
I'll call it there.
So we are calling the game there because I've actually gone over 16 and I'm not going to. It's hard for me to take that last Teraton off, so we're actually going to call it there. And he's obviously activated for this round. I will finish on 17 victory points because my special mission was was assassinate. So that gave me an extra 3 victory points anyway, and takes us over to 16 needed to win at 150 points. And Simon's was
Each model I get off your end of the table, I get double victory points for.
and how many models did you get off the end of the table?
How many models did I get off the table? I got loads off the
Loads,
table.
there's loads off the table. There they are. All those models are off the table. Right. So how was that, Simon?
That was great, thanks mate, really enjoyed it. Great game,
Yeah.
great introduction back into Deadzone.
Yes, I think.
Going to be playing lots more of this game.
Yeah, I think it's be honest. So you've been a little bit rusty on playing Deadzone recently, so I think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
showed in
it's
the
been-
deployment where obviously a couple of important models were taken off quite quickly, which did hamstring it quite a lot.
Yeah. I think you're right, if I'd have deployed the Teratons, I mean, they were always going to get suppressed, actually, on reflection, so yeah, maybe if I'd have put the
Because if you
general and the
out,
snipers
yeah,
slightly
if
out
you
of
take out the
cover.
burst laser early doors, I think then that would have freed up his Teratons to play merry hell with everybody else, really.
But no, you played well. Clinically well. That was good.
But yeah, so I think we don't normally play 150 points, but it was fun to play at that level. Secret missions I don't think I've ever played with, certainly not on camera, and they were fun. My one was fun. Yours was a bit harder to achieve, I think.
Yeah.
Because you had to get models off the back of the board, whereas I just had to assassinate your leader, and obviously I managed to do that straight at the beginning. So from that point onwards, it was quite easy, and obviously not needing to grab objectives was actually a bit frustrating because I could have grabbed quite a lot of points on objectives, but it was fine. So yeah,
I didn't need any more points.
So anyway, so we've been playing at Boarding Bros. So we're going to just one more final shout out for your.
Yeah. So new friendly local gaming store just off junction 10 of the M6. We stock Games Workshop, Warlord, and whatever you can see behind us here. Find us on Facebook, Boarding Bro. It'd be nice to see you. Thanks.
Fantastic. Okay, thanks very much, guys, for watching, and take care.
Cheers.